So, with the new Spotlight Sims dropping, I decided it was time to go ahead and make a tier list with all of the wonderful Triple Threat Spotlight Sims cards. So if you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like buttons down below and comment your favorite card that you've gone ahead and grinded for, or where you currently are right now. I'm working towards Lillard, almost done with all of the Spotlights. So, we have all of the tiers labeled in certain sections, just to give you guys a little bit of a, idea of where to start first. So we have the demon tier, the fucking demon tier, man. It is absolutely insane. Like, these are the top tier cards that you're going to want to get no matter what. There's obviously most of the dark matters and only a few of the normal cards that will be up there. We have the damn good cards, which are cards that are obviously really solid and you should prioritize getting if you don't really care about doing it in that order. They're still worth your time, which are cards that, you know, if you have some time to grind some things, you want to get an XP challenge or two done, but you don't want to do it in triple dot offline, you want to just slowly crank out some other challenges, these are cards that I think would be perfect for that. The It's a No for me, where if you're not somebody grinding for Bill Russell, these are cards that please skip out, there's no point in it. And only if you want to get Russell, which is cards that are even worse than the It's a No for me, because you could have some fun with these cards. These ones are just, there is no reason to get them unless you are going for Bill Russell. I think I have all three of the cards that we have in that tier, so it's going to be a tough time. So again, if you're excited, like, subscribe, all that stuff. So the three cards that we have, the only if you want Russell, we have Galaxy Opal Mike Conley, Galaxy Opal Michael Adams, and Galaxy Opal Jason Terry. Coincidentally, all point guards. Now, the thing about this is Mike Conley has a great jumper and jump shot 22. He's a great card in general if you would like 6'1" point guards that just aren't too exciting. He can be cool, he can be fun if you're a Grizzlies fan, you know, long time through and through. He can be your guy. He can be cool, has the curvy slide and all that sort of stuff, but basically all the cards do. Personally, I just don't think he's worth it. There's so many better PGs in this set alone that there's just no reason for Conley. Michael Adams is actually a interesting card just because we've never seen him in the game before, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty fun. But the problem is he's 5'10" with a 6'7" wingspan. So if we had a 6'7", Michael Adams, that'd be great. But the thing is, I know they juiced him up. He has a bunch of Hall of Fame badges. He has a crazy amount of total stats. He has jump shot 35, which is the Drazen Petrovic jumper and the curvy slide. It's just not enough to make Shorty here, Michael Adams. I don't know why I'm saying Shorty. That's only an inch or two shorter than me, so yeah, that's a little awkward, but it's just really not too much to make Michael Adams just a top tier card. So again, only if you want Russell. He can be fun. He's a cool card. He's fun. It's fun to use shorter cards. I have him. It's just not too great. And last but not least, it's gonna be Jason Terry, who again, like Michael Conley, is a short PG that's going to be a good shooter, has jump shot 22 on very quick, has the curvy slide. This one actually has the Pro 3, which is cool, but there's just no reason, again, to use Jason Terry. There are so many point guards in the Spotlight Sims or guys that can play the PG position, that there's literally no reason to go ahead and get these three guys at all. So now we have the It's a No for me tier, where we're starting off with Galaxy Opal Rafer Alston, and this is one that I am so salty about. If you remember the Diamond Ray for Alston, he was one of those amazing cards that was just super fun to use because he had the Treyberg base, which was so solid. But this one, at 6'2", has the Kemba Walker jumper on very quick, which isn't bad, but it's just not one that I'm a huge fan of. He's going to be a great slasher. He's actually a pretty solid defender, and everything about him is not too bad, and I would definitely pick him over these three PGs. But if he had the Treyberg base, it would be so much better, and I might have been able to sneak him in. That's still worth your time, but with the Kemba Walker jumper, it's a no for me. Next, we have Jermaine O'Neal, who is a cool card if you're a Pacers fan, but if you're not, I don't really see too much reason to use him because, yeah, he's a good slasher. Yeah, he's a good inside and presence, good post guy. He's a great playmaker, and he can occasionally shoot the three ball, which is great. He has the curvy slide and the shifty dribble style, but he is too heavy and too tall to use it, so it doesn't matter. But the Pro 3 behind the back is cool, and he has jump shot 12, which is that Draymond Green jumper. But again, there's a lot of centers that came out today. There's a lot of centers that I think just do everything that he does better and are coming with everything that he has, including range and arguably some better jumpers. I just don't think that it's really worth your time again, especially when we have guys like Duncan, Garnett. We get the Kareem, Patrick Ewing, and even Pink Diamond Hakeem that I honestly think are a lot better than this Jermaine O'Neal. Next up, we do have Hal Greer, who they low-key niced. Hal Greer, if you remember, had a diamond in the token market, and he was actually a pretty fun card. He was cool to use. It wasn't too bad. It was just, it was nice. I actually kind of liked that the diamond Hal Greer. But the opal, they decided to switch his jumper from that jump shot 4 base that he had, and gave him base 98 on very quick, making him the second card to have base 98 on very quick, and he has the Curry slide as well, which is awesome. But, I mean, let's be honest. He's 6'2" with a 6'5" wingspan. I might get a gameplay out if you guys really, really want it for Hal Greer. But, yeah, other than having jump shot 98 on very quick, it's just... It's really not worth it, if I'm being honest. He's a fun card. He's cool, but, yeah, I don't think that having jump shot 98 on very quick is good enough to move him up a tier 2. Next up is Galaxy Opal Greg Oden, who kind of has the same, philosophy as our wonderful friend Jermaine O'Neal down there. It's that, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a traditional center that can play in the post, can play defense inside, and, shoot actually a little bit, he's going to be amazing at it. And even Greg Oden has gold range, which is pretty cool. But set shot 16 is just a weird one sometimes. He has a shifty dribble style, but I don't know. There's something about Greg Oden being a good card that just rubs me the wrong way. And I'm not too excited about it. I just think there's a lot of better centers out there right now. Like I said, the Opal Hakeem, the Opal Kareem, the Opal Patrick Ewing, I would much prefer over either of these two guys. Next up is a card who has just made a history of being terrible throughout 2Ks just because, we all know Dennis Rodman. And he wasn't a great card, or wasn't an amazing player. He was just really good at his role. And that's exactly what this Dennis Rodman is. He is an amazing defender, amazing rebounder. Honestly, I would say one of the best, if not the best defender and rebounder in the game. And they did juice up his finishing as well, so he's actually pretty nice at that aspect. But let's be honest, Dennis has set shot 17 on very quick, which unlike Will and Ralph Sampson, it's not bad because you know to expect it. But with Dennis, I don't want my small forward having that jumper. It's just not great. He does have a bunch of amazing Hall of Fame badges, 41 in total, but I just think it's a no for me. There's just no reason really to get him, in my opinion. And last but not least is going to be Cliff Hagan, who is somebody that we've been given glimpses of every now and then. He had a diamond last year. And that sort of stuff. And he's a great shooter, absolutely amazing, especially on next gen because he comes with blinders. Pretty solid defender all around, and they did juice him up because they know he's a shorter shooting guard. But even with the shifty dribble style, the Pro 2 for the Curry slide, the Pro 3 behind the back, set shot 17 just isn't a jumper that I like. And there's, again, so many really good shooting guards that the competition is pretty tough. And Cliff Hagan just didn't make the cut. I just hate jump shot 17 because it moves you in too far to the defender. And it's just not something that I want to mess around with. So starting off the still worth your time, we have Galaxy Opal Bill Lambert, who was a card that I was, interested in, and I did, give him a shot while I was actually going ahead and playing some of these games because, it's Bill Lambert. I'm going to have some fun with him. Man, it was one of the guys that absolutely hoed Jordan over and over again. And he's 6'11", which is pretty great size for a center, so if you want to use him there, you still definitely can. And he is an absolutely insane defender, as you would expect. And I think, comically, they gave him a 5 hard foul when we all know that Loki should be a little bit higher. He's going to be a great post guy all around. Has a shifty dribble style, has the Pro 3 behind the back, and has the Curry slide. But he is just slightly too heavy on a scale to be able to Curry slide. He's, I think, 245 when it comes to his weight. Need to be like 240 or something like that. So just slightly too fat. So, sorry, Bill Lambert. So he can't Curry slide. And the jumper, I'm going to be honest, is really awkward. You have to really know what you're doing to get that Bill Lambert jumper to work for you. But if you can, he can be a really great all-around card to use and have some fun with. So I think he's still worth your time, but there's definitely some better options out there, for sure. Next up is going to be Galaxy Opal Amari Stottemeyer, who, I'm going to be honest, I absolutely love the jumper on Amari. One of my favorite jumpers in the game. And as you would expect with an Amari Stottemeyer card, he's going to be able to get to the basket with the best of them and just literally dunk on anybody that he wants. Which, if that's your kind of style, boom. That's exactly why he's in the still worth your time, because he can still be a great card. He is 6'10", which is awesome. Another case of he's 245, so he can't actually Curry slide, but has the shifty and the Pro 3 behind the back, which is going to be great. Is actually a pretty capable defender and great rebounder as well. But I don't know, just the fact that there's actually going to be some cards up in the tier above that are round about the same height and all that sort of stuff as Amari Stottemeyer, but can actually Kirby slide and that sort of stuff and be a little bit cheesier. I left Amari in still worth your time, but I could see an argument for him being in the damn good section. Next up is the wonderful Galaxy Opal Steve Francis, who is an absolute demon. He has that Dwayne Waiters jumper, which I think you'd only actually ever experience if you've used Steve Francis cards. I'm not quite sure. I can check really quick here. Yeah, you've only used Dion Waiters jumper if you've used Steve Francis, which is kind of crazy. But it's a great jumper, man. And he's got the Kirby slide, which is going to be amazing. All around, just really great card. But slightly undersized at the point guard at this point. Again, when I rank the PGs, you got to take into account that we got Ben Simmons, Justice Winslow, those kind of guys running around at the point guard. And let's be honest, he's not up to snuff. He's not up to snuff with all these other PGs. I love it. The Dion Waiters jumper is amazing. Hughes guy, but definitely down a bit for me. Next up is Galaxy Opal Stephon Marbury, who is basically just another version of Derrick Rose's Dark Matter, if you were looking for that. I mean, for the Derrick Rose, I'm very quick. We have just Stephon Marbury, which is pretty cool. So I guess he's a slight step up from Derrick Rose, if you were to think of it that way, because Rose only has the quick timing. But yeah, doesn't really excite me too much. If you liked the Dark Matter Derrick Rose, you had fun with Don Old or something like that, you could go ahead and boom, get the Stephon Marbury and have a lot of fun with it. But for me personally, again, there's just a lot better PGs that I would rather use. I honestly, low-key, would rather use Stevie Franchise than Marbury. Next up is Galaxy Opal Michael Cooper, jump shot 28 on a very quick jumper, and he's kind of just meant to be one of those amazing 3-and-D guys. If that's your kind of role, that's cool, but for me personally, I need a little bit more at this point than 3-and-D, because everybody can shoot threes, and everybody can play defense. So, sorry Michael Cooper, but you don't make the cut. Next up is a card that I was actually surprised with how good he played, given how bad he was last year. If you remember doing that Larry Hughes Evo grind, I made a video on that, and it did bang, so I know a lot of you guys struggled with it. Left a bad taste on a lot of people's mouth for Larry Hughes, but I think this one is actually pretty solid, and it's actually a pretty fun card once you kind of get the jumper down, you know what you're doing. Larry Hughes is traditionally in 2K just a really good defensive kind of point guard that they really don't put too much thought in other than that. But they gave him the Colin Sexton jump shot 94 jumper on very quick, which is the same one that Isaiah Ryder, Rashard Lewis, and Dirk have, which is awesome. And he has the Curry slide, which obviously basically everybody here does. The only thing that I don't love is he only has a 75 interior, which I keep saying it. We got the tall PGs, so we have to make sure we have a high interior. So that only being a 75 is a little bit tough, but can be fixed with the Kobe defensive shoe if you wanted to. But it's like it's only helping your interior there, so I don't exactly love the idea. Next up is Galaxy Opal Jamal Crawford, one that I might get a little bit of heat for putting down in the still worth your time. But I just think there's better PGs. I know he's got the trade break base. I know it's one of the best jumpers, one of the smoothest jumpers in the game, and we basically have a point guard T-Mac at this point, which is awesome. And he's super cheesy, he's super shifty. But Jamal Crawford cards for me every single year always have that sort of I have really good defensive stats. I should be a really good defensive card, but I'm not a good defensive card, and I just don't feel it. And it's the same case with this Opal. Amazing on the offensive side, but his player build is just way too skinny and that sort of thing to really be a insane defender. So I think he's still worth your time, and he's still a really fun card, but there are significantly better PGs out there, especially in this TTO spotlight that we'll see a little bit later. Next up is Eddie Johnson, who is just another version of Jason Richardson, if that's what you're looking for. And if it is, boom, Eddie Johnson is great. I think he's actually, I think Jason Richardson's 6'6", and he's 6'7", so like a 1-inch height difference, if that's what you're looking for. To each their own, and he finally gives you a good Suns card for some challenges or whatever. He has steady shooter, so on next gen he's amazing, but on current, pretty bad. And he has the shifty dribble style with a curvy slide. So the last card we got with Jump Shot 31 was Sadiq Bey. I did a gameplay on him, and he was super fun and really, really, really good all around. And I think Eddie Johnson fits into that pretty well. Still worth your time, but not one that I would go for first, personally. Next up, might be a bit hot takey, but Dark Matter Damian Lillard. I'm not a fan of Dame cards. I like the Damian Lillard jumper. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. But let's be honest, Lillard in 2K just isn't great. Like, he's not the greatest. I'm sorry to anybody that is a Lillard fan, but I think most of you guys can admit that this Dark Matter is definitely not as good as a lot of the other guys that we have. He can still be fun. He can still be cool, still be cheesy. He's great all around, especially on next gen because I think he has blinders. But just not my cup of tea, which is funny because I'm grinding for him. So, is what it is. Next up, we do have Galaxy Opal Chris Morris, another one of the new names that decided to pop up wonderfully here, which is pretty cool. He's a 6'8" shooting guard, which is absolutely amazing, and he has a nice 7'2" wingspan. But he's one of the few cards that actually didn't get the Curry slide, which is pretty tough, actually. And he has jump shot 14, which is a good jumper, but notorious for one that not too many people really like. It's that Isaiah Thomas jumper. And he's got the Pro 3 behind the back, which is cool. He's an all-around really great card, but they kind of hoed him by making him the one guy that didn't get the Curry slide, other than some big man and things like that, Is what it is. And last but not least, into our still worth your time, we have lbert Chianey. I'm going to assume that's how you say it. Lambert is a 6'7" shooting guard as well, which obviously is going to be pretty great because, come on. You gotta love a nice tall shooting guard at that size, and he's going to be an all-around pretty good guy, but sadly we only have gold range, but they make up for it by giving him a lot of really good defensive badges. And he's got jump shot 28 on very quick, so the same as Michael Cooper or Sidney Moncrief if you have him too. Pro 3 behind the back, all around pretty good, but jump shot 28 to me personally just isn't one of those top tier jumpers that I'm really searching for and hoping a card gets. Just kind of like one that I don't mind if they have, so it is what it is, to each their own, but I'm going to leave him in the still worth your time. Still a good card. They're just better guys. So starting off our damn good cards tier, these are the beauts, the best of the, well, not really the best of the best, that's the demon tier, but these are some of the almost best of the best cards. We're starting off with Galaxy Opal Bam Adebayo, who is absolutely amazing, and if you've used previous Bam Adebayo cards, that they always just play better than they should, man. Bam he hits different, I guess we'll say. I hate saying the phrase, but Bam cards really just play above their tier every single time, and you're basically getting yourself a beautiful dark matter. A 6'9", which makes him a perfect candidate to play the power forward for you, and he has a 7'3" wingspan, and it's Bam Adebayo. He has absolutely insane defense, Hall of Fame range, which is going to be great, and jump shot 62, I absolutely love that Lionel Simmons jumper, and it's on very quick, which is awesome, and he has the curvy slide, and can curvy slide because he's 6'9" on next gen, which is awesome with that shifty dribble style. He is too heavy for it, but he's only 6'9", meaning he can still curry slide, which is awesome. And this Bam feels like one of those beast defensive power forwards. So if you need one of those, Bam Adebayo is your guy, and you can pair him with Bill Russell if you wanted to, which is awesome. Next up is Galaxy Opal Aaron Gordon, who I've actually heard is a really easy card to grind because of the just general challenges on current gen. So if you are somebody who hasn't, gone through and done anything yet because, current gen AI are absolutely terrible, a really good candidate to start off with is going to be Aaron Gordon because challenges are actually not too bad. I've already gone ahead and done it, I can tell you. Not too bad. We'll have a gameplay out. But Aaron Gordon, as you would expect, is just one of those all-around insane slashers, but they gave him steady and range extender, so blinders range extender, so on next gen he is an absolute demon. His defense all across the board is absolutely insane, but I will say this ranking is including the fact that you're probably going to add some badges to them, and I'll tell you which ones you should add right now. Slithery Finisher, please Lord add it to your Aaron Gordon. Hot Zone Hunter, you definitely need to add that. It is a crucial badge. And then I would say Box and Brick Wall. And then you're looking pretty good on Aaron Gordon. If I'm being picky, Moving Truck and Worm too could be pretty good to add. But if you guys have actually used the Aaron Gordon jumper on very quick, that Tyrese Halliburton, it is one of the smoothest, greatest jumpers of all time out here. He can still curry slide, has a quick dribble style, and the long athlete layup package, which is obviously going to be great. I cannot talk enough about how much I love this Aaron Gordon card. He's just all around an absolute beast. So, if you got some time, I would definitely go ahead and grind up for him. Next up, we do have Galaxy Opal Xavier McDaniel, a card that I'll be grinding for right after I'm doing the current one right now in the box, because he's actually kind of insane. Xavier McDaniel is a card that I've just loved every time he's in 2K. I don't know what it is. I even like his Amethyst this year. I don't know. He's 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, and he's just, I know why. He's just that all-around great card. Now, if you actually look at him, he has an 88 steal, 88 block, 93 interior, and 93 perimeter, and all of the badges that you could possibly want, Hall of Fame in defense. He has gold range and is a great finisher all around. Jump shot 40 on very quick is a super nice jumper and really easy to time. Curry slide, pro 3 behind the back, quick dribble style on the long athlete layup package is all around great. And I think pairing him up with like a James Worthy at the 3 and a 4, it'd be a deadly duo. But if you are somebody who is going to be like picking up some cards and not actually grinding out full, challenges to maybe get a James Worthy, I think your best bet as an alternative would be the Xavier McDaniels for sure. He's an absolutely great card. Now I keep saying McDaniels, but it's McDaniel. I apologize. Next up was a surprise to myself massively. Galaxy Opal Tyreke Evans is a demon, man. I hated the Diamond Tyreke Evans. It was so bad. The only thing that he had was that he was shifty. But this Tyreke is a 6'6" PG, 6'11" wingspan, slashes the basket with the best of them, has great all-around defense, even an 82 interior, has range extender and blinders, which is gorgeous. The playmaking is godly, and he has a 97 speed. And they decided to change it so that Tyreke has the Kobe Bryant base on very quick, which if you've ever used it, which I'm pretty sure on like a Wes Unseld or like a John Collins, even Kobe Bryant himself, if you use Wes Unseld, Zion Williamson, anything like that, you know the Kobe Bryant jumper. It is amazing. Quick dribble style, curvy slide, pro 8 moving cross, and the the pro 3 behind the back, meaning he has literally all of the best animations in the game. Like he has the best moving cross, the best behind the back, the best sides of escape, arguably the best dribble style. Like this card just across the board has the best animations in the game. It is just absolutely insane. This Tyreke Evans is a beast, and it's crazy to say that Tyreke Evans is a top PG in my team. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Next up is Galaxy Opal Karl Malone, who is actually a really great card, and I had to try it out myself just to make sure he could curry slide. He's 6'9", so he can, but I just wanted to make sure. And he has 40 Hall of Fame badges on current gen, which is just crazy. As you would expect with a Karl Malone card, the rebounding, the defense, and the finishing / post game are all top tier. But you mix that with the ability to curry slide, Hall of Fame range, and a money jumper that's really easy to time, and the shifty dribble style, and he becomes honestly one of the best power forwards in the game. Just a super fun card all around to use, and it's crazy that he's free because, again, if you have the time to just go ahead and do one or two of them, I highly recommend this Karl Malone because I did it this morning, and it was so easy to grind through. Next up is Galaxy Opal Glenn Robinson, a card that gets a little bit slept on. If you remember using that NBA Draft Diamond, you know why this Glenn Robinson is a hyped up card. He has jump shot 29, which is the best jumper on current gen, on very quick, but the problem with that is it's fast. Like, it is fast. You really have to pay attention and know how quick it is. If you've used Chris Bosh, you know, but Bosh is actually a little bit taller, so his jump shot 29 is slightly slower than Robinson, so it's literally like one of the fastest jumpers in the entire game, so you have to be ready for it. But if you are, this Glenn Robinson is going to be one of the best shooters you could possibly have on your team. His defense is out of this world, and he slashes with the best of them. Has the curvy slide, has the shifty dribble style, just all around a demon. And the only reason I didn't put him into the demon tier was because I understand that jumper is a little bit hard for most people to get used to. Next up was a massive surprise to me, and it is Galaxy Opal David West. They gave David West jump shot 38 on very quick, which, if I'm being honest, is the best jumper you could possibly have for a big man. It is just so easy to time. It's that Darren Williams jumper, Eddie Curry, and his canter. It's just so easy to time, so easy to green. They gave him some nice dribbling moves with like Pro 3 for his size ups, which are pretty good if you know what you're doing, like that Larry Bird kind of stuff. One of the best shooters you can possibly use at that power forward center position if you wanted to, and his defense all around is pretty solid. Gold clamps and a bunch of really good Hall of Fame badges for like his interior game. Just really solid card. Not something that you would expect David West being a top tier card, but try him out, and honestly, I'm going to tell you that he will surprise you with how great he plays. Next up is Galaxy Opal Dave Cowens, a card who sadly has jump shot 1 on very quick, but if you've actually used jump shot 1 on very quick, you know it's actually not bad. Same one as Grant Hill. It's actually pretty good, and it's really nice. Dave Cowens is another 6'9" kind of guy that basically is like a point center, which is crazy, as a curry slide, and is just one of the cheesiest guys around in the game. He's just super fun to use, and just has that all-around ability that is great. And once you get over jump shot 1, you get used to that timing. this Dave Cowens can be absolutely insane. And last but not least, we do have the wonderful Cody McGee, who is basically just a slight step down from Dark Matter Jimmy Butler, because he has literally the exact same animations: Pro 3 behind the back, Curry slide, jump shot 22 on very quick, pretty solid defense, really good shooting. So everything that you would expect from a Jimmy Butler card, just a little bit worse, which still is a really good card, which is why he's in the damn good cards. Look at that. It all makes sense. Now, starting off the demons here, as you would expect, is Invincible Dark Matter Bill Russell. I mean, why wouldn't this card be up in the demons here? They gave him the round jump shot base on very quick, the Curry slide, which he can do because he is 215 pounds on next gen, which is awesome. Has literally every single defensive / rebounding badge Hall of Fame. Has almost all of the playmaking badges Hall of Fame. Has every single finishing badge Hall of Fame but Teardropper. And can shoot with Hall of Fame range. And has 2 off of the highest total stats in the game. Literally 2 stats on Bill Russell are 98 instead of 99. And that is speed with ball and shot 3. Honestly, you can make an argument for Bill Russell being the best card in the game. It's unreal. Next up is a Galaxy Opal Steven Jackson. We've done a gameplay on the channel, and let me tell you, this card is so fun to use, man. He has the Rudy Gay base on very quick, which is the same as Dr. J, and this Steven Jackson, I low-key would say, is a better Dr. J because he's a little bit taller, 6'8" instead of 6'6", which is awesome. And, I mean, we got that Curry slide, the Pro 3 behind the back. We have amazing dribbling all around, across the board. It's just gorgeous, and he's just a really, really good guard because his defense is crazy. Again, he's really good sides at that 2 guard. He finishes with the best of them, and that Rudy Gay base is honestly, I would say, my favorite in the entire game. It does not miss. Next up is a Galaxy Opal Manu Ginobili. If you guys know anything about the channel back in like 2K19, I did a series called Manu's Monopoly, and Pink Diamond Manu carried me so much, and it is amazing to see Manu up there with the best of them. They made Manu a 6'6" PG with a 6'9" wingspan. He can dunk on everybody. His defense is amazing. The playmaking is godly, as you would expect. He's lightning quick, and he has the Dante XM base on very quick, which is arguably the best jumper in the game across both gens. Has the Curry slide, Pro 3 behind the back. It is amazing. Once you use Manu, you know how great he is. The only problem is he has to go through one of the hardest challenges to do because you have to make 8 layups over Tim Duncan and David Robinson. And let me tell you, if you haven't done it yet, you don't know what true pain is like until that challenge. Just putting that out there. And the next 2, I'll show them at the same time, are the 2 Dark Matters that you get for locking in the cards. Jimmy Butler and James Worthy. Jimmy Butler is absolutely insane. I threw a diamond contract right after the first game using him because he is that good. The defense all around is just amazing. A 6'7" 2 guard that can do everything that Jimmy can is crazy. And we have some of the best animations in the game with the shifty dribble style, the Curry slide, the Pro 3 behind the back, and the long athlete layup package. And then James Worthy has the Tony Parker base on very quick, which is surprisingly money. The shifty dribble style, Curry slide, which he can do because he's 6'9", and is 225, so we can curry as well on current gen, which is awesome. Has the Pro 3 behind the back, and actually everything else besides his Curry slide is Pro 3, which is awesome. He slashes on everybody. His rebounding is out of this world, and he has 95 in every single defensive stat and rebounding stat in the game, as well as inside scoring. It is just crazy. This James Worthy is amazing, and I've been using Jimmy and James as like a duo throughout my run, throughout finishing these challenges. It is literally so easy because these are 2 of the best cards in the game. Let me know what you guys think about the list down in the comment section below. I think it's a pretty solid one. And the triple threat spotlights in general, I give a massive W. I know there's some challenges that are really hard, but if you need some help, you can check out my tutorial on how to beat the triple threat spotlights. It might help just a little bit, but they are a bit challenging. So if you guys are new, we are on that road to 10K subscribers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you guys are changing the tier list in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video.